The fact there has been a there has there has been a lot of noise around the reference to democratic socialism in my recent speech. The fabricated headline and opening paragraph of a newspaper article last Saturday were not based on what I actually said. So let me explain the point I was making. I said that all around the world, people are recognizing that they need governments that look after the interests of the people, not governments that primarily serve those who already have power and influence. I cited the dramatic emergence of democratic socialism in US politics as an example of this phenomenon. And when I spoke about transforming Jamaica's economy, I was very clear about what that means. I want an economy that creates opportunities for Jamaicans to progress, build better lives, and achieve their hopes and dreams. This means investing in education and training. It means bringing the private sector and the state together to train young people and upskill workers for jobs that actually exist and those that are coming. It means empowering businesses to prepare our people for those opportunities. That is not about demonizing business. It is about making business, government, and our people partners in building a stronger Jamaica. I believe in private enterprise. I believe in investment. I believe in entrepreneurship. And I believe government has a responsibility to make sure that the economy works for the Jamaican people as a whole, not just the privileged few. The question is simple. What kind of society do we want to build? Well, I want one where the Jamaican people are at the center, where opportunity is broader, and where hard work can lead to a better life and no one is left behind. That is the vision, and that is what I stand for.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for yet another Tuesday. This one is the 25th day of August 2026. Good evening and welcome, everybody. Welcome to Portland Spice TV. Remember, here at Portland Spice TV, we want to be what you want to see. You know, I am a Jesus Christ man. My hope is rest on Jesus Christ. My security, my success, my health is rest on Jesus Christ and nothing less. Yeah. Talk. So, let me tell you something. Those of you who sit out there those who sit out there and bad mind me, those who I used to feed, give them a bed on which to lay their head. Just remember that the good book says you shouldn't bite the hand that feed you. And I hear you, and I see your posts, and I pray for you. I pray that God will deal with your case. Yeah, man. That me pray. Me pray that God will prepare a table before me in your present. Yes. That God will prepare a table before me in your presence. And God will anoint my head, and my cup will run over, and you will suffer. Me pray that God will fight you. Me pray that God will make your picnic fatherless. Yeah? Me pray for you. So continue. You're a user. You're a user. You know, today, Psalms 35, today, me and Uriel Jackson still talk on a regular basis. I still show respect to Father Jacko. And I love Miss Jackson like I'm a mother same way. Me never get nothing out of Styles. But me respect the people them. You use Styles and get a wife. And you use that wife like a footstool. You use her to get green card and then get citizenship. You move out pan her when you think your citizenship will come true. Hide behind her back. Lock off the camera. Hide the U-Haul truck down the road. And when she gone to work, you move out everything. And when the citizenship never come true, you move in back. And as soon as everything sort out, you move out back. You are an ungrateful wretch. You are a user. You use I and I. You could have despised me because I trusted you. I trusted you. But I, Colin Bell, will not lift a finger to hurt you. And I will not try even to stop your food. But I pray that God Almighty will fight you like how you fight me. I not fight you. But I pray that the Lord Jesus Christ will go before me and fight you left, right, and center. President, I'm taking your call because you used to warn me.
Yeah, that's not call about my brother.
I'm taking your call because you used to warn me that that youth is not your friend. You told me.
My brother, that's what I call about now.
Talk to me.
That's what I call about. Hear what now? Just leave Damien alone. Just leave Damien alone.
No, but after making no some silly things them.
Yeah.
I want him to know that I see the things them.
Yeah, but hear me, my brother, hear me. We all know that Damien a serpent. Damien background him a serpent. Right? Just leave him alone. All we can do is pray for him.
Yes,
Please.
man.
Don't get irritated. Don't get irritated.
No,
don't get
irritated. I'm not getting irritated
Please.
or irritated, you know. But I want him
Please,
to know that I see the things them that him saying about me. I see the things them that him doing. The same place him used to make money from, you know.
Damon is always doing your bad for India styles. About 15 years old, I warn about Damon.
Yes, and that's why I take your call in this little talk.
Damon is not a friend, he's your enemy. And Damon forgets that you give him the first bed when he sleep on. Damon forgets that you give him the first chair him sit down on. Damon forgets that you help him to move into a room. So just leave him. God will take care of him, and you're a God person like myself.
Yes,
you know, God will take care of him. Man.
I will not fight against him.
No man, just leave him.
Even when I know the guy was fighting me, I still go on him channel for him get some views. Yeah.
But Shaka, even when I know Damien I fight you still a fight for Damien, offer Damien choices, help out Damien. I may tell you, say from them time, Shaka leave Damien company. He's not good.
And
that's why I call him on the show. I call Damien on the show. I say, Damien, it's one family. We are all one family. Why are you trying to sink Shaka? When deal? So just leave him alone, man.
Hey, I'm the first kind of man they show make them see international artists. Make them meet Shaka Khan.
If you give him the first bed, are you give him in first bed, you know? That are the biggest thing you should think about. When he must sleep on floor, are you give him first bed? So just say a word of prayer and let we move on. Please.
Yes, sir.
Don't get irritated because your pressure go up and I can see it all in your face. But I look on you now and your pressure go up. All your glasses are frost up. So just
Prezi,
just cool.
When we see the man last piece when put out, a dish send it to me, I said, Shaka, this your man we used to have on the arm a feed. This your man
Aye.
I said this.
But tell him, man.
I saw life.
Listen, how Mr. Damien treat Sister P?
Oh, tell her.
Me not go too far. But how Mr. Damien treat Sister P? Okay? We make you know that Damien will kill him mother and eat her. So
hold on. People, we're not talking about Damian Crawford. Don't get it wrong. We're not talking
Damian Phillips.
We're not talking about Damian Crawford.
From Port Antonio, DP, Damian Phillips.
Hey, I hear the man on a live one morning, I record it. And the man I tell the people in on a live, say, me a PNP because my father never mind me. And my father was a GLP. And I beat against my
father. Damien should not talk about nobody's father because his father have a big scar. So that's why I said, just leave him alone, brother. Leave him alone. I was going to call you this evening, because Virgin I look on some video with Donna Trelawney, them,
Cooper's pen.
And tears actually are come on my eye when I see this lady are searching at the rubbles for her medicine, man. Good Lord, man. Shaka, me I tell her, man. If I was there and could put up some of them people, I would. It's a wicked app, man. It's a wicked app. Wicked
heard
app.
The counselor yesterday, the counselor for the area was on yesterday.
Yeah, man. Me listen him good, man. Me know him,
deep. You know him?
Me know him, man.
Yes, sir.
They no hang out with me. Listen, man. Me and him and Dirty Helmet. I asked him one name Dirty Helmet. He tell him I'm police friend.
Oh, okay.
We used to hang out, man. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Once in a while would I hang out. But all him I try,
Yes.
Him not gonna reach away, with them.
No.
Because the thing there, the court system is in the Prime Minister's
President, me have to say this. You know some used to pay Damian Phillips to come play music at Boston Beach? Me used to pay him to come play music at Boston Beach.
Shaka, the last time Damian Phillips see you, now Boston Beach, I last Rock Festival, and I said to you, Shaka, when I do ya? When carrying bad vibes come from? Because him by himself have bad vibes.
And I quarrel with me, say me have things for town for come over, and me never make him carry over. And him ask me if me want anything. Hey, me gonna tell you something. You know, say, when I gave up the seat, the East Portland seat, Damian Phillips called me crying, I want.
But Damian was happy. Damian was happy because Damian know you have the facts and you know what you're doing and you have all the plans.
Of the man so cry, I want up on the phone, a ball. Hey, support me, need support. You see me, I tell you. And then me hear him on a platform, I tell people how me lash out against the PNP. Anybody ever hear me lash out against PNP?
Damian no good, man. Because all when you guys they are sad come, when you know they are sad come, Damian used to hear you lash out against PNP, JLP. You just speak it as it is. And Damian will come make it look like, say, you're one-sided. Or you're trying to be balanced. And that's why I say, my brother, just say a word of prayer for Damian. He needs it.
Pray for
Damian
man.
needs it.
All
right, sir?
Me a pray for God war him.
All right,
later.
Sir. Just take it easy.
Blessings.
Later, yeah.
1-876-804-7072. Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Portland Spice TV. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Chief of Staff. How are you doing, sir?
I am good, giving God thanks because He has protected me. You know, Chris Martin do a song where say, Lord, protect me from my friends, and I will watch my foes. I think God was protecting me from that youth. God protected me from him.
Yes, man. Give thanks always, you know. Give thanks always.
Yes.
Yeah. We're just following up on the earlier caller about down in Chulani and the interview with the former mayor yesterday evening.
Yeah.
Brethren and friends, I'm telling you, tears come to my eyes, I tell you, man. Listen, it is not a small situation, you know. All 78,000 citizens in Tulane must join shoulder to shoulder and make the people that don't move an inch. They can't move, they must not move. Listen carefully. One, you must have a commission of inquiry. At all costs, they must call for a commission of
I have been calling for the head of the armed force that led that early morning kidnapping to be put on interdiction. Yeah? And an investigation done. And I am happy that there is a lawsuit. I am happy.
No, it was more than a lawsuit, brethren. Listen, my God. It wants the citizens to, apart from the lawsuit, the lawsuit that are done here, they're supposed to take out one will prevent the notice to come into action. They're supposed to go to the Supreme Court and block that until they have some mediation.
Yeah.
Take that to court. They don't even want the mediation, but you can use that and ask for a mediation and block the notice.
But the councillor told us yesterday, you know, that no notice was served. No notice was served about the demolition.
No, but in part, I'm not cross-talking you still, but part of what he said was that, remember when you asked him what about the sanitary condition, and he said he's sort of having a hands-off situation because
he don't want to arrest him, so he now go build no sanitary convenient there.
Yes. So that's why I'm saying now the mediation from the Supreme Court. So that would allow him to have an interaction with the people and to take care of their interests. Or you can in this time don't have sanitary convenience, Colin.
Yeah,
In this heat.
you bulldoze the people,
Yeah,
them
yeah.
house, them bathroom and everything, and then you give them
Yeah.
tent at the same site. What can go so?
Yeah, and I'm so happy to hear him now because he have the full some information on the place from so long.
Yes.
And he just wants support of every Jamaican citizen. The gentleman must be supported and get to the bottom of this thing, to the bottom, and give the people some relief. And they are not to move because he said the owners wanted, basically agreed from the 14 acres that those people should get what, 9 acres?
Right, they are only interested in 9.5 acres.
My God in heaven. And the two ladies, remember, him give you two names, two old ladies.
Yes.
I'm telling you this. If you take up all the old people's name, just get their name, go to the archives in Spanish Town. There's a book there named the Manumission Book. Just trace the family name in the Manumission Book, and you will see them name there. You see the family name in the Manumission Book. The families were there from when those places in Colin were all estates. That parish is a young parish. That parish was formed in 1890. Your parish where you live in Portland was formed in 1703. That means your parish was long before Trelawney. Trelawney was owned from St. James right down to St. Anne until 1890. Them carved that out. Even Hanover, the parish of Hanover, is older than the parish of Trelawney. And those lands was owned by a lady from, most of it was owned by Eileen, Eileen, Jarrett. In about 1910, Eileen Jarrett came to Jamaica from England and she gave the car, because she married to car. Is somewhere later down she married and become Car Jarrett. So those lands was owned by Eileen Jarrett. Most of those estates from Bracco, Vale Royal, Longpond, Steelfield, all were one estate, and those people contributed to the sugar industry and work in the sugar industry. And good God Almighty, everywhere throughout Jamaica, where sugar industry workers work, no pension those people get, no pension. If you go to the, say, infirmary.
No, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it buffing. Sorry, Carla, continue.
Yeah, we hear me, Colin. The needle for give an injection to insulin cost $7,000, $1,000 tax on needles with diabetic people give injection, $1,000 tax.
When? No?
Yeah. Go and check and ask what's your insulin pen.
Tax up on the medication?
The needle, yeah.
Taxes on it?
Yes. And the needle costs $7,000 plus tax. The needle to give it for persons who are on insulin. $1,000 tax on the insulin.
So if it's $7,000 for it,
yeah,
that's 15%. Yeah.
Right.
But I never know say them have tax for medication like that. I understand that.
And the needle, the insulin needle.
What?
Taxes on the insulin needle. And most of those people, my God, they toil, they work morning before dawn. And after dark on the sugar estate, and look how they are treating them. This thing, Colin.
I will have to
voice
check
was
that.
the-
I'm going to check that this evening. I'll go and check
All
that
right,
this evening.
and bring back the council of support.
I will,
council.
yeah, man, I will bring him back. But I want to read something. Thank you, caller, because I want to read a press release here. Opposition spokesman and finance Julian Robinson is demanding answers following media report that one company has been allowed to accumulate more than $26 million in unpaid property taxes and penalties. According to the article published today, New Falmouth Resort Limited has failed to pay property taxes for 6 consecutive years, dating back to 2020, on more than 260 acres of land in Cooper's Pen, Trelawney. The property is now valued at approximately $390 million, with more than $2 million reportedly accumulated in penalties. How is it that one company is allowed to occur so much in outstanding taxes, while average Jamaicans are hauled before the court for far less? This is a glaring injustice to every taxpayer who meets their obligation on time, Robinson said. Mr. Robinson said the matter demands urgent scrutiny, particularly given that the government fall $28.7 billion short of its revenue and grants target in the first quarter of 2026-2027 fiscal year. The shortfall has already contributed to the government having to raise $30 billion in new borrowing. With revenue collection already under such strain, every dollar owed to the Treasury matters enormously. Does the Commissioner of Taxes have any interest in this matter? And will the full statutory penalties and interest be imposed without fear or favor? Robinson asked. This Cooper's Pen land, something fishy. But I've been telling you that somebody in the parliament, in the House of Representatives, who wields a lot of power, have interests in the Cooper's Pen land. Gary Spence say yes, GCT is on some medication. 1-876-993. Where go again? I saw the number go. I don't remember. I want to call. Somebody because I want to check on this thing here. Let's try this number. Because I would believe, I am of the opinion that medication would be tax-free. Good evening. How you do? Is this Miss White? No, Miss Campbell, sorry. Oh, all right. Calling you is a hypocrite because NNN owe a lot of tax as well. Me ungla read what Julian Robinson say. I know me say so. Lord of mercy. I know Mrs. Okala. A Julian Robinson sister. Which one me just call? That one there? Let me try this one, yeah. I'm trying to get my pharmacist because I want to ask if insulin for diabetics, if there's a tax on it. Somebody said no, Colin. Jax from Jacksonville said property tax or on Cooper's Pen land be a very popular or unpopular parliamentarian who admit he doesn't like paying tax. Eh? Colin, what about GLP-FM? Not on all medication. I'm just trying to find out if it's an insulin. Because a lot of Jamaicans are suffering from diabetes. A lot of Jamaicans. And insulin is critical to a lot of people I know. So I'm trying to find somebody who can tell me definitively. Colin, they know about the taxes, but they are planning to write it off the books. My question, though, is how the judge... Hey, how you do? Tell me something. Insulin, the needle. Is it true that there's GCT on it? Eh? This is Colin, just like you said. This is Colin Bell, ma'am. Me just sound like me now. Me there, man. Go on. You good? No, somebody just called me and said that there's GCT on the needle that diabetics use for insulin. Is that true? There's GCT on it? Oh, gosh. All right, just wanted to verify it. Me don't, maybe because me have your past speaker, me talk loud. I'll send it for you. Cool. Mm-hmm. So that is one of my pharmacist friend. Say me not sound like me. But when me turn down my volume, she said me sound like me. So yes, there is GCT on the needle that diabetics use for insulin. Oh, sound not God. No, you see the person when me just call? If that person say a soigo, it no exempt. I will, Sean. I will. Overcomer. I will try and get him. I will invite him on. Because there's so much things about the economy that we need to get down to. The economy of Jamaica is in a very bad shape. And if the government is unwilling to collect the taxes, but I tell you a long time that the money that the government have been collecting in taxes since 2016 was based on the policies put forward by the Portia Simpson Miller-led administration. I've been telling you that this government is not the ones responsible for the amount of money that was collected in taxes. This government not implement nothing will really benefit the country in any big way. The country shortfall on $20 billion. So they will get it from other places. It's not 20 billion. It's 28.7 billion so far. Yeah? So we are seeing the situation escalating. The government went to the market to borrow money and them not get all of what them want. People now lend the government no money for no 20 years. No. They're talking about democratic socialism. The opposite. Gary, I heard him. And I need to call him for true. I'm generally now. You don't know that. You don't know that. But I don't just call them out of the blue, so. Hopefully, I'm going to try and see if I can get him on tomorrow evening. Because there's something in the news that he put out. And I'm going to play it in a few. Caller, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Mr. Bell.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
I like to listen to your program.
Oh, thank you very much. Have you subscribed to the channel?
Yes, yes.
And you like up the video every evening and morning. Like up the video, please. Thank you. Talk to me.
Yes. This man nephew, you see,
Yeah.
when them say, when that wife, very bad wife, him going to beat Mr. The man that died, where she took over in I didn't forget his name.
We are talking Dr. Bloomfield.
The man who was the MP in
East
in
Portland. Dr. Linville
Yes.
Bloomfield.
Yes. Every time him come for Emily program and tell Emily how Anne-Marie go and beat the man.
Go and beat
I
them.
say,
Go and beat the man.
no, not the man. The one that died.
If she couldn't beat she couldn't beat Bloomfield, and they know that she couldn't beat Bloomfield.
Yeah, Mr. Bloomfield.
She know they couldn't beat Bloomfield. That's why they kill him.
So every time him come and him and Emily attack on the program, say him she go and beat him. I say I kill you, no go and kill him.
No, them couldn't beat Bloomfield. In fact, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. One of the strategies that we used to win the election for Isaac Buchanan. I don't know if you saw that mass rally that we had in the town square of Port Antonio. And I went up on the stage with a picture of Dr. Bloomfield and called for justice for Doc. You know what a lot of people, what a lot of labor right did? They didn't come out to vote. They stand down because of that remembrance. It was deliberate by I and I. I went to the meeting the evening because Isaac Buchanan never knew that I was going to do it. Nobody from the PNP knew. And when I came down into Port Antonio, I called Vivian and Tash Watson, and I sent them down a rabbit go print the picture. And when I invited them on the stage with the picture, all them get cold feet. They come halfway upon the stage because them was supposed to come out upon the stage come hold the picture for me. So them couldn't beat Dr. Bloomfield. Dr. Bloomfield was loved in East Portland and would have beat anybody who come.
Yeah. So that's why every time him come and I tell Emily how Anne-Marie going to beat him. I say kill him, no go and kill him.
That's what you said?
The Friday, him come and I tell Emily and them talk about him. I say kill him, no go and kill him. The Saturday I go down on my daughter and I say, and I tell her about it. I say I kill them, go and kill the man there, you know. And the Saturday night when I come back home, I think at 10:30 news, I hear the man dead. My belly burn me when me hear, man. Because every time him come and talk about him, I say I kill him, I go and kill him.
Well, I know them couldn't beat that man. Couldn't beat
Yeah,
him.
man. But this Levy, man, every time you see him come and I tell Emily, talk to Emily, and I tell Emily one who are PMP and then they're going to vote for him again. And Emily call them and I talk to them and they say, yes, me are PMP, but me now vote for PMP again. You see?
Because they know what they were doing. Yeah, your nephew come on this program and told us that in the campaign, he might walk around and give out farmer card. Buy enough vote. Buy them a buy vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but God is God, you know, and no sin no go unpunished.
When I'm in that, you know, she come look for me last week. And I tell her, I say, she a labor right. I tell her, I say, Andrew no labor right. Andrew only carry out the CIA, finish up the CIA. You don't know I labor right. Andrew no labor right. You only finish up the CIA, where the CIA never finish.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Okay.
Bless you.
Okay, Mr. Bell.
Bless you. Somebody's asking, what happened to the young man who was accused of his murder? Last I heard, he escaped from lockup. No, he never escaped from lockup. What happened that the morning of court, reports are that he visited his lawyer and he left his lawyer's office and he was dropped at the court gate and they gone park the car. And from then drop him at the court gate, not even gun no fire him, not even the police no announce him wanted. Nothing. The case done. And I ask, was Dr. Bloomfield assassinated? I keep asking that question, you know. Was Dr. Linville Bloomfield, the late member of parliament for East Portland, was he assassinated? But God Almighty, you sit high and you look low. And we call upon you this evening for judgment for those who have murdered your son. We ask you, Almighty God, that you fight against those that are fighting against us. Fight against those who bite the hands we feed them, Almighty God. And in the name of Jesus Christ this morning, this evening, today, no weapon that form against us shall prosper. And who God bless, no man curse. Who God bless, no man curse. Who God bless, no man curse. My labor right friend.
Hello?
Yes, labor right.
Mr. Bell, good evening and good evening to your followers.
Yes.
Did you ever call a while ago on your program say that me come on Emily Shield program very often mention about Dr. Bloomfield?
Yeah, man, then time you used to talk to Emily regular, say, Anne-Marie Vaz are going to beat Dr. Bloomfield. You never used to tell Emily that?
Let me tell you a thing. And this is the problem I have with you. You low PNP callers to come with them.
Answer this. You never used to call Emily regular?
I used to call Michelle about 2 years ago for the past, from this year.
No, man, we don't talk. I don't know she talk about, you know.
All right.
Don't get her wrong.
All right.
She talk about from 2018 or going at 2019.
To make it easier, I have never called with Emily Shield and mentioned Dr. Dr. Bloomfield to her. And you see, me I tell you again, say you're going to get a beating, Do you remember that Miss Anne-Marie Vaz come into the picture is after the death?
Don't talk that rubbish.
Eh?
Don't talk that. Remember who you are talking to. Don't do that.
Mr. Bell.
Anne-Marie Vaz a campaign long before Bloomfield dead. Anne-Marie Vaz a campaign before the local government election. No ramp. When the local government election was held, Anne-Marie Vaz upon the top of her van in a Port Antonio Town Square.
Mr. Bell.
What?
Anne-Marie Vaz come in the picture as a candidate to run East Portland after the death of Mr. Bloomfield.
You can only be a candidate after nomination day. Yes.
No. Nobody come with you. Nobody come with the
Nephew. Anne-Marie Vaz was campaigning in East Portland before the death of Dr. Linville Bloomfield. Me Colin Bell tell you that.
Hold on. I am not talking about that she didn't involve in campaigning.
She was campaigning for the seat as member of parliament.
No.
Yes. Me not ask you that.
Look here.
Me not ask you that.
Look here.
Let me tell you something.
You remember I come to you and asked you on your program here if you was very close to the JLP connection in Portland that you even have a say in who become mayor, and you denied and you don't know
I
nothing
never have
about
no
that.
say in who become mayor. No, I never had.
All right. I am saying to you, Mr. Bell, without any doubt, that Anne-Marie Vaz only come in the picture as candidate.
Lie from the pit of hell. You are a diabolical liar. You are pathologically mendacious lie. Everybody in East Portland know that Anne-Marie Vaz was campaigning before the death of Dr. Linville Bloomfield. Let me tell you this.
All right, what I'm going to finish your point. Who was the GLP caretaker in the seat when Bloomfield were the MP?
When Bloomfield
was the MP before
the election before Bloomfield died, Darren Wood ran for MP. Yeah?
Yes.
After that election, Darren Wood was asked to step aside for Anne-Marie Vaz.
He was
no
caretaker.
No, he was not. Right. He was not. Hey, nephew, let me tell you something. The local government election took place after the general election when Darren lose. Yeah? You see that local government election? It was Anne-Marie Vaz leading the GLP team in East Portland. Yeah?
I am not into this.
Then if she lead the team, she what? She lead the team. Darren run as a councillor. You see the night when GLP win Portland Municipal Corporation, Anne-Marie Vaz is there on top of our van. Yeah? Downtown. Let me tell you something, nephew. You see that night? What?
You were the leader of the PNP team in East Portland before Buchanan did you?
Yes.
All right. And the same thing.
But I was
with
not.
But
I was never the candidate. I was the chairman of East Portland. I was the standard bearer before Isaac Buchanan came.
Anyway, the point I'm
Don't come here and tell no lie, nephew. You fi top tell lie. You're a big man. No, the blood of Jesus is against you. You fi top tell lie because you know say Anne-Marie Vaz did a campaign for the seat before Bloomfield dead. You know it.
Mr. Bell, don't you dare call me a liar.
Yes, you lie. You are lied. Me I tell you to your face.
Okay.
Then I wait till you come off. You come here and tell me about Anne-Marie Vaz never involved in the seat until after Bloomfield death. You lie like lie.
All right, look, the next thing we do. You keep on mentioning that they murdered Dr. Bloomfield.
Dr. Bloomfield was
And you know-
murdered in his house. Murdered, multiple stabs. And the police they say so.
Lord, no, hold on, Colin, man. Hold on, Colin. The point I'm making, you keep on mentioning that you were murdered, which you correct. But you not tell your followers that somebody were arrested for the death of Dr. Bloomfield.
Yes.
And the investigation is showing the reason why he were murdered.
Bulls. Horse manure. Horse manure. The police also said that it was 4 DNA samples that were taken from the crime scene. 4.
All right, Mr. Bell.
One of Dr. Bloomfield, one of the young man with the arrest, and there were 2 other DNA samples. What happened to them 2 people there? Why the police is not looking for the man who disappeared? Why they not look for him? Why we never hear say this man is one of Jamaica most wanted?
I can't comment on
why
that.
we not hear say man one of Jamaica most wanted?
I can't comment on that.
Let me tell you something. Dr. Bloomfield was assassinated. It was an assassination. Andrew Wellness told us that they can find all of the criminal. Why they can't find Dr. Bloomfield murderers? Why did Andrew Wellness never come to Dr. Bloomfield funeral? Why was Dr. Bloomfield never even given an official funeral? And not even asking for a state funeral? A sitting member of parliament murdered in his house and buried like a common man. Why? I'm asking you on the GLP.
Mr. Bell.
And I'll let him go this evening, people. I want to hold him like a punching bag this evening. And I'll let him go. Don't hang up. Why Dr. Bloomfield was not given an official funeral as a sitting member of parliament murdered in his house? Why?
Mr. Bell, you
answer.
You explain. Almost I answer.
You are senior labor right. Answer.
All I will say to you, when labor right come here, they are notorious liars. And when people
but you come here and tell a blatant lie, and you behave like you don't have no sense. You tell the lie to a man with dip on the ground when know where you go on.
Mr. Bell.
You expect to come here and tell that lie and get away with it?
Mr. Bell, Mr. Bell, Mr. Colin Bell, Mr. Colin Bell. You seem to know more on the labor right than what is taking place in the Labour Party.
Nephew. Portland me born and grow East Portland me live. And you want to come here this evening and tell us that Anne-Marie Vaz made a campaign before Bloomfield did? And that you come here and tell me this evening?
No. She wasn't campaigning as no caretaker.
Hey, nephew. You lie, nephew. You lie, you are tell she was campaigning.
Hold on now. Watch your mouth.
What you mean watch your mouth?
Because you may end up having peace to what you say.
You lie.
Watch your mouth.
You want to record it? Hold on, make a pause. Put your sitting on record and make me tell you, Vincent Edwards' nephew, you lie on Monday, you lie on Tuesday, and about 6 times you lie this Tuesday. You lie. You laugh, you take it a joke later. Auntie Dawn, good evening. Good evening, Auntie Dawn.
Good evening.
Make her leave that alone.
You're done with me, with nephew?
Yeah, man, me done with him. Done, finish with him.
Okay. Greetings.
Yes.
Right. I to you and your listeners and persons on all over on the different platforms that tune in to you. I am just following up on that, that the syringe. I also called my pharmacist, and what she said, she gave added information that persons, the NHF, give them a lot of needles, syringe needles.
Yes.
She said them get a lot monthly because she says she even have customers that tell her, say, boy, if they could have get for sell some of them, the amount where them get. So to say it's only when you buying it privately.
If you buy it at the private pharmacy, there's GCT.
Yeah, it is tax.
Yeah.
But she say if them on NHF and the thing there at the drug serve, they get a lot monthly. So I suppose if we have to just balance it, you know?
Yes.
So
But something like that, we shouldn't have no GCT on that though.
What you say?
We shouldn't have no GCT on that.
I agree with you. I agree that certain medication, whether you want to go private, because sometimes you have some people don't even have time for go to the drug service, you know.
Yes.
So you know, you have to consider that. So because like some of the medications, if you don't get it at drug service and you go private, $40 you pay, like those that are under them.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, so you know you also have to balance it. So it's just that.
Yeah, man.
And listen to me, man. You can't entertain things there so long, you know.
No, but guess what?
Catch someone talking to you about you. You have to be careful of your well-being also, you know.
No, man, no worry. No worry. Me not go. My pressure not go up because of nothing right now.
It have to be. And only your pressure alone can go up, Virgin.
Let me tell you something.
I don't know. Your pressure alone, you know.
Nevio,
so you know,
maybe Nevio press my button because Nevio know say when it comes to East Portland, me dip on the ground. Yeah? Me and Darrell Vaz are the friend. Me and Darrell Vaz fall out of Cardo Park. You know who are the people, some of the people that was present? Anne-Marie Vaz, Dr. Linville Bloomfield, Darren Wood, yeah? Dexter Rowland, Wayne Mackenzie. They were present out there. And it was a part of the campaign.
You have to say also the late Darren Wood, you know.
The late Darren Wood. It was a part of the campaign where they wanted to bring light to Cardo Park to prop up Anne-Marie Vaz. Yeah? And they had GSF out there. I pass with my van full of sawdust. I got farm. And me see the crowd out of Cardo Park. And me stop. That time I was still working with Satcom. And me go there to find out what was going on. When I got there, Dr. Bloomfield was not there. Yeah? And they were talking about the lights. And Bird Hayes, Dr. Bloomfield drive in. And they gave him a talk and he was saying how long he had applied to JSF for those lights. And the light, them not come on, whatever. And Darrell Vaz went up and said, well, I am here now with JSF. And Shaka, you know me. When I say I go and get something done, I go and get it done. I put up my hand like a little schoolboy. And I said, Minister, you tell me the same thing about Dragon Bay. And nothing no start a Dragon Bay yet. The late Darren would go whisper to Bigger Young and say what kind of effery that Shaka just asked the minister. Then time me a Bigger Young a brethren, me and Darrell a brethren. Bigger Young come to me one side, Shaka. And what kind of idiot thing that you ask him, boss? Me say Bigger allow that. I work. He said, no, I don't work here, I work. Me said, Bigger, me a journalist, I work. He said, no, a politics here I preach. And I said to him, take your head out of your rear end. And uncle politics we can deal with. And he tell me if you do it with my mother. And me tell him if you do it with his father. And it start right there so. One who a disrespect me and me a disrespect them. Yeah? Wayne and Dexter tell me if you cool and me tell him if you go it too. Because I want to never see me trouble nobody. At that day, me and Darrell Vaz stop being friends. Yeah?
Okay.
So when nephew go come here, I wrong man here tell the lie, nephew. And the wrong man here tell lie. Don't do it.
Anyway, when him come on and telling you what you entertain with from PNP, the fact that you entertain him so long all the while, him shouldn't say that either.
Exactly, and like him I tell me if you ban all yesterday, like him I tell me if all day before yesterday, I tell me if you ban somebody. Mr. Nephew, you shouldn't say that. Because the amount of people we are telling me if you ban you.
Yes. And you entertain him too long sometimes.
That is it. But
like your program and you must know.
I want to make the program available to everybody because I don't mind the labor right them call. Because we want to educate them and we want to hear the garbage that they're out there telling people.
Yes, man.
All right, blessings, Auntie Dawn.
Sometimes him there on too long.
All right, cool.
Thanks, take care.
Yeah. Chris, good evening. Chris.
Good evening, Colin.
Blessings, my brother. Welcome.
Yeah, I like to address two things. You know, first I want to start off with the hospital and then Ministry of Defense. Do you know this hospital up in Trinidad they call it Ocean Spring Hospital?
I hear of it. I don't remember if I know it, but I know of it.
Okay. Well, I have the opportunity to work in a few hospitals up here, you know what I mean? And I'm going to use the Harley Street Hospital as my talking point, you know? I know the Ocean Spring Hospital. I mean, I work in a area for a while, you know what I mean? So I know the land space that's around the hospital. And that hospital used to serve the people of Upper Trelawney, you know what I mean? Upper Trelawney is a very big place. You know what I mean? You have Sawyers, you have Ocean Spring, you have Albertown, Warsup, you know, Troy. It's a huge community up there. And I cannot work out in my mind why the JLP government think it's okay to shut it down when they should have tried to acquire the land around the hospital and make the hospital one of the best hospital up in that area. You know what I mean?
I listen, you.
I can't, but I know that the JLP as a traditional shutting down very important stuff like schools and you know it. You know what I mean? They have a bad track record, you know. And I think that hospital they need to go. I think they need to go back and speak to the people in the community and acquire some of those lands and make it hospital up and make one of the best hospital in the hills because it is needed. You know what I mean? People can't be traveling all the way down to Christiana when they're sick to get help or down to Falmouth. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I tell you, the JLP government, you know what I mean? They have this anger and to shut down vital states of schools and hospitals. I don't know why they really try to do that. You know what I mean? You know?
Well,
anyway,
they lock down and then no bill back.
Sorry?
They lock down and no bill back.
No man, they're not in that they're not in the rebuilding of anything. Rebuilding, they move it, tear it down. You know. Anyway, let me move on to the Ministry of Defense. I was trying went in and signed up with the Americans. You know, the Americans according to them. You know what I mean? But what I want to focus on, the American Ministry of Security, twin brother. I don't know if you know who the twin brother is of the American Defense. It's called the CIA. That's the twin brother of the American Defense. The CIA, based on track record, is the biggest drugs. The biggest drug dealer in the world. In the world.
The CIA?
Yes, mate. Listen to me. The CIA was responsible for flooding the American with cocaine in the 70s with the Reagan. The Reagan and the
back in
what you
the
call it?
back in the Black Panther
Sorry?
days. Hold on, Raleigh.
Sorry?
Back in the Black Panther days.
Yes, mate.
Yes.
The CIA is have a track record of flooding America with cocaine. And they were selling cocaine to buy arms to fight the war back in down in South America.
No, what
You know what I'm saying?
I understand that they did with cocaine back in the days, use it to have black people fighting against black people and to mash up the black
arms.
communities.
Yeah, they also used to buy arms to fight war. You know what I mean? And the CIA has a track record of supplying arms and destroying people's country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they did it to Jamaica.
Sorry?
They did it to Jamaica.
Yes. CIA went and get married to the CIA. Reagan and Babsy Grange was his bridesmaid, and Colonel Charles was the giveaway father. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In those days, you know what I mean, and then bring havoc to Jamaica. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the point I'm trying to drive right now,
Cool.
they work hand in hand. The CIA work hand in hand with the Minister of Defense in America. You know what I mean? And whenever CIA go, they destroy countries. They don't help and build a country. They destroy it. They went into Venezuela and they destroy Venezuela to take out Maduro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they work hand in hand. They are twin brothers. And when Harris Chang, knowing what they did to Jamaica in the 70s, and he go up and sign off with them. That guy should be caught and flagged by Jamaican people.
All right, sir.
You know what I mean? You know? You know, it's very sad, you know, based on what Jamaica have faced up with these people. They come down to Jamaica, they supply Jamaica with chemical to go and spray marijuana and burn down coconut tree, mango tree. You name all the fruit trees you can think of. You know what I mean? And that's the CIA. The CIA.
All right, brother.
Anyway, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna take a Ralston.
Give thanks. Raleigh, good evening. Walk on, brother.
Yeah, man, what's up? Good evening to you, I understand. Yeah, man.
My day, man. All things.
Yeah, man, good, man.
The first thing I want to do this evening, I have a clip from RGR News I want to play. I want you to listen to this.
Economist Keenan Faulkner says the restrictions in the number of ships that will be allowed through the Panama Canal starting next month are likely to further increase the cost to move goods and drive up import prices. Speaking with Radio Jamaica News today, Mr. Faulkner said the daily vessel limits are also likely to trigger another round of inflationary effects in Jamaica, such as the higher costs for goods and services. This as the constraints will slow down transit times in the canal and disrupt the flow of cargo.
I think the shipping reduction in the Panama Canal is likely to exacerbate current inflationary pressures as shippers will face higher transit costs and delays, and those will ultimately filter into the wider supply chain and drive up consumer prices. Those restrictions will compound existing global shipping stress caused by the Middle East geopolitical tensions, and Jamaica is not insulated from those events.
Economist Keenan Faulkner. Last week, the Panama Canal Authority said it will cut the number of ships passing through it starting September 3 due to the drought caused by the El Niño phenomenon. The number of vessels allowed through each day will fall from 36 to 34 due to low water levels in the two artificial lakes that feed the canal, and from September 15, the number of ships permitted will drop to 32. The Panama Canal handles 5% of global maritime trade and about 40% of U.S. container traffic. It is favored by many shippers because it usually reduces cost and transit times, especially for large retailers and energy companies that trade between China and the rest of Asia and the U.S. And Mr. Faulkner says the effects of the current water shortage on agricultural production will compound the financial stress that Jamaicans are likely to face in the coming months. He says consumers should expect to pay more for farm produce and over an extended period.
coupled with the current hydrological and meteorological drought currently being experienced by the island, the inflation outlook is skewed towards the upside, particularly in the domestic agriculture sector, and prices may be elevated for longer than initially anticipated, especially since the full effects of this El Nino weather phenomenon are yet to be ascertained. The agriculture and water sectors, therefore, will have to build even greater resilience going forward, given this confluence of negative shocks.
Economist Keenan Faulkner. The Bank of Jamaica said headline inflation rose to 7.5% in July from 6.7% in June, marking a second consecutive month above the central bank's 4 to 6% target range. The Caribbean.
Yes, Raleigh. You heard him?
Yeah,
What are your views?
nothing new. Anybody who know anything about economics, like a common sense,
But is it that he's now coming out because there's something else to be blamed and the government, bad policies that the government have been pursuing, they are trying to sidestep that now?
Yeah, man.
Anyway,
Quarterbacking.
yes.
Quarterbacking. That is not new. We all know that already.
And we discussed that yesterday, Raleigh.
Yeah, man. Over. Those
about
are
the Panama
quarterbacks,
Canal.
you know. Yeah, man. Those are quarterbacks. You know.
Monday morning quarterbacks.
Monday morning quarterbacks. You know. Give them a whole for credibility.
Anything you want to update us on this evening before we get into it?
Well, as the based on the accelerating inflation, we see the Bank of Jamaica will be mopping up another 23 billion tomorrow. 21 billion to the private sector, 1.5 billion to government agencies as them seek to contain inflation. Now we are the ECLAC Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean projecting growth of 2.2% this year, down from 2.4% last year for Latin America and the Caribbean. And there could be a recovery to 2.5% in 2027. But ECLAC says that won't be enough to have any significant bent on the living standards of the people in the region.
And that won't include Jamaica, would it?
No.
That will not include Jamaica.
No.
Raleigh, why do you think the government is not saying anything about what is happening?
Because they don't understand what is happening. So long you take care of these quarterbacks. Long time these quarterbacks don't talk to them. So somebody look like them go and drive home.
Let's take a call. Junior is on the line. Junior, good evening.
Yeah, evening, Rastan and Kali.
Yeah, man.
I was listening to the RJ news too, and I heard the news earlier. What partner was talking, everybody know.
Everybody
know, was
not a big thing, yeah.
In the market, you know. So why him never make a sensible comment based on what the CIOJ presented? We never hear a comment based on that. We hear talking about something what everybody in the world know about.
Everybody knows, yeah. I don't see that as a big deal. Yeah.
Him reinventing the wheel.
Yep.
The other thing, how you at this time giving tax write-off when you have a shortage of tax revenue?
Good question.
I hear from earlier that the people at New Farm Return get $26 million. What they should pay what to the tax people and they don't pay it. But I hear it's more than that, you know, because it's more than one parcel of land. So how come at this time when the country is balling that the revenues are sharp, giving tax write-off? Because I'm concerned that tax write-off because how can the court make a ruling and taxes on the land? You can't buy land anywhere in Jamaica if taxes on land, you know. We know that.
You can't do no business with the government or with any private sector agency if you don't have a tax compliance certificate.
Rastan, you know, I remember selling a piece of land a couple years ago. You know that even if you owe JPS and Water Commission bill on
Yeah, man.
land, you
You
can't sell.
can't sell. Yeah, man, we know that, man.
So how the
Mhm.
court make this ruling without finding out that these people are tax compliant? What goes on? And hold on. Raleigh, the councillor yesterday, we had on the councillor for the Falmouth division. And he told us yesterday, you know, that the the judge stayed at the hotel across the road while the case was being tried, you know.
Okay.
So
no, that is very friendly.
It is
That
very,
is very
funny.
friendly.
When I listened to the councillor yesterday, you know, the councillor said the same judge tried the case how many times.
Okay.
So
God would
something
have
not clear.
intimate knowledge on the case, you know. God would have intimate knowledge about the case, you know. Because Cooper Spring is a part of his division, you know.
Yeah, man,
And
he's
he has
very
been around
intimate.
from-
He went
Yeah,
to
man,
court
you
with
know
the
about
people,
it.
you know, when the people ain't got court, he went. So he's very intimate about the Cooper Spend lands. And anybody missed that interview yesterday should go back and watch it and go and cut it off and repost it by itself.
God is an accountant by profession, you know.
He was very
so
detailed.
Him is not a robot. You understand me? So I am wondering what's really going on with the Cooper Spend land, because there's no emotion shown about it. I think that there are many women in parliament. I don't hear anything from anybody. Is that them not have no feeling? You can imagine a woman just having a baby, 3 days old, and she did a cesarean, and she walking around and just had to take herself and go underneath a bus stop, and that don't move anybody.
You don't see the women in parliament coming out?
No, I don't hear them. Some wrong. There's no human feeling. You can imagine that don't turn anybody, Colin.
Yeah, that's a very good
that
question.
must hurt people. Yeah, man, it's hot. You can imagine, I remember, I know what it looks like when a woman have a cesarean, you know. I know what it looks like. Them can't move. Them can't lift up no load.
They can't lift nothing.
All the woman do is just draw herself and her baby and go underneath the bus stop. She can't even pick up her nappy.
And you don't hear one of those female parliamentarians came out against it. None of them.
No.
But when George Wright beat the woman with a stool and was giving his state of the constituency debate, some of the GLP female MP walked across the aisle and go sit on side of him in support of the woman beater. What a set.
It's serious, man. But you remember when we used to go to school before I go away? We always hear them tell us power corrupts.
And absolute power
corrupts.
Absolutely.
That's a quote from Norman Manley, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Anytime you remember what happened at Cooper Spend, tell yourself that me say power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. Is anybody that have ultimate power in this country?
Yes.
Is the same person interested in Cooper Spend?
I don't know. I just hear say somebody in the parliament that wields a lot of power of interest in the Cooper Spend land. Thank you, Junior.
You remember what happened to Silvera?
Yes.
You realize that case was fly over and go and man gone?
Yes.
Dead man gone?
Yes. Yes.
Do you hear anything about what the woman own?
No.
Same thing happened at Cooper Spend. If you hear that, the Administrator General run things.
All right, brother. Respect.
We talk.
Yes, man.
Japan, cool.
Raleigh, you spoke to the Minister of Agriculture. When was it? Yesterday? And you spoke to him about the 17% decline in agriculture last year and the 17.4% decline in agriculture this year.
Yeah, man, the first quarter of this year and the second quarter of this year.
And he has not told you about any plans on how we're going to deal with food security.
No, he mostly talk about the pond liners, helping farmers with pond liners and all.
Raleigh, how much is in the budget for that ministry?
You have to go back and check. But I think the capital budget was about 3 billion and change.
3 billion and change. We are of the view that the government right now should be pumping $30 billion in agriculture.
Yeah, man, agriculture needs a lot more money. Yeah, man.
Because
both for irrigation and road network and all of that. Yeah, man, a whole lot of money.
The entire Caribbean coming out of Barbados today and also out of the University of the West Indies said the weather projection look dim for the Caribbean. The drought is going to continue, and they are saying that October to April is going to be fire.
Yeah, man, true. And good point on which to segue that one of the fundamental tenets of democratic socialism at that time was to build micro dams as a forward-looking thing.
Took them with the micro dam.
Yes, if we had the micro dams now, then we wouldn't have all of this problem. So, you know, it tells you about the wisdom of that in comparison to what is happening now.
That's why we tell people that Michael Manley was a man before this time and before his time. A man that was looking far country people would have said.
Yeah, man. And it tells you about the monumental exercise in stupidity that we're undergoing, where a little man who born in 1989, there is no net fan in foot, can come out and say he might criticize Michael Manley and get traction. Now, the date 1989 is very important because under the reckless democratic socialism that they matter about, Jamaica's debt to GDP was 60%. 1989 it was 262%. We're still trying to get back to 60% now after all that.
Yeah.
Think about it. 1980, 60%. 2026, we still trying to get back to
60%. Because the capitalists, they mash it up.
Yeah, so you see, that's what I tell people themselves. Know what you fully done to business. Look on data. Because data will tell you about performance. So what's the emotions when then coming? Yeah? Yeah. What follow the data? 60% 1980, and now we're trying to get back to 60% after 60 years.
I think it is critical, Sir Raleigh, in this time that Jamaica and Guyana should be the two countries heading the mission to feed the Caribbean.
Yeah, man, we've been saying that a long time. We've been saying that for a long time. Guyana have the land space and all of those things. They're underpopulated of the land space. We've been saying that for a long time. They have the rivers, the Demerara River and all of them stuff.
Isn't Jamaica underpopulated too?
In a sense, yeah, man. But the Guyana have the big...
Yeah, man. That's why I said Jamaica and Guyana, because Guyana overall have all the lands needed to feed the Caribbean, but they don't have the people. Guyana have what, about 300,000 people?
No, a little bit more than that, about 800,000.
They don't have 1 million people.
No, about 800,000.
But them have land that...
Yeah, man.
How much land them have, Raleigh?
Massive rivers, come on. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Jamaica have close to 3 million people. And we have enough land. We don't have no land compared to Guyana. Let's make that clear.
But
we have a lot of land that we could put into production and feed the Caribbean.
Yeah, man. Guyana have 841,500 people.
How much land? Because they have land like nearly like America.
Yep.
The amount of land we Guyana have.
Yeah, man.
But it is underutilized. Same as Jamaica.
83,000 square miles.
83,000 square miles.
Mm-hmm.
But 800 times the size of Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
But Jamaica still have more people.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
Why is it that the government of Jamaica is unwilling to spend money in agriculture to put our people to farm? Hey,
because the import lobby control the thing.
Most of the countries in the Caribbean in a rally can't farm to feed themselves if they even want to, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? Barbados don't.
165 rivers.
Barbados don't have no river, you know.
Yeah, that's better.
You understand what I say?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have small island like Grenada, St. Kitts, Antigua. You're going to the supermarket today, and you can't get cabbage. You get some cabbage. Yeah. You go back tomorrow, you can't get none.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to the supermarket today, you get tomato. Next week, you can't get none for your next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
That's how the other Caribbean countries are operating, you know.
Yeah.
And Jamaica sit down with all this land.
Precisely.
We don't need the Panama Canal to ship things to them.
No.
There's a ship that leaves Jamaica. I think every 3 days a ship from Jamaica come to Trinidad, you know. And then Trinidad is close to the other islands.
Right.
And we're just gazing out our time, wasting time.
The import lobby in charge, man.
So this government is not for the masses of the people.
Well, that is clear. Everybody see that. I mean, you have to be very obtuse not to see that.
You hear what Mark Walden said, Raleigh? When they criticize him about democratic socialism?
Yeah, man. We hear all that nonsense. Yeah, man.
Let's play what Mark Walden said for the people. Because some people might never hear it. Listen to this.
There has been a lot of noise around the reference to democratic socialism in my recent speech. The fabricated headline and opening paragraph of a newspaper article last Saturday were not based on what I actually said. So let me explain the point I was making. I said that all around the world, people are recognizing that they need governments that look after the interests of the people, not governments that primarily serve those who already have power and influence. I cited the dramatic emergence of democratic socialism in US politics as an example of this phenomenon. And when I spoke about transforming Jamaica's economy, I was very clear about what that means. I want an economy that creates opportunities for Jamaicans to progress, build better lives, and achieve their hopes and dreams. This means investing in education and training. It means bringing the private sector and the state together to train young people and upskill workers for jobs that actually exist and those that are coming. It means empowering businesses to prepare our people for those opportunities. That is not about demonizing business. It is about making business, government, and our people partners in building a stronger Jamaica. I believe in private enterprise. I believe in investment. I believe in entrepreneurship. And I believe government has a responsibility to make sure that the economy works for the Jamaican people as a whole, not just the privileged few. The question is simple. What kind of society do we want to build? Well, I want one where the Jamaican people are at the center, where opportunity is broader, and where hard work can lead to a better life and no one is left behind. That is the vision, and that is what I stand for.
So, see the people, that's what Mark Golden has said.
And I'm saying to you, anybody who know anything about global politics, that's a new trend in global politics, because he's correct that in the world today, you have the people who have the power are only for themselves and a small group, the rent-seeking oligopoly. So even in the United States, that is what is happening. And even the Republicans, the Trump administration, are carrying out a whole lot of socialist acts, investing in companies and all of those things, investing in technology companies, investing in this company, investing in that company. So anybody who critiques that does not know anything about international politics and shouldn't be talking to the people about politics. Because it means that they are clueless. That's a new global trend.
But Raleigh, what are governments for?
The people.
So if the masses of the people are not taken care of, then the government is failing.
Yeah, and then the economy cannot function because it's the masses of the people who provide the effective demand that keeps the private sector and keeps the country going. The reason why we have this fall off in tax collection is because the masses of the people are not being able to participate in the economy in a way that is productive and conducive. Them things are common sense, you know. Let me you have coffee and let me could know about politics. Let me could have something to come up youth where Jamaican people
I say this to the Jamaican people. When you look at a Ad Coffee Sendley, when you look at a Fieval Williams, when you look at a Andrew Wellness, these people will never give an interview to an independent journalist. They will never invite people who are not part of their choir to their press conferences.
For example, near a man this morning, I congratulate the Minister of Education.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
In a situation where only a maximum, because some people dispute the figure, because we normally have about 40,000 people that take the exam. We know they only have 30, so you eliminate almost 10,000 already. And out of the 30,000, only 6,000 and change can do 5 subjects.
But what Damian said, you know, Damian said it's really 20% because if you check out all the people who should have been sitting the exam,
that's the point I make.
Because they weed out some before, you know, and say, we don't think you can pass. We don't think you can pass.
Yeah, man.
So a portion that should be sitting the exam never sat the exam.
10,000 or so to sit the exam, never sit the exam. And then now, you have the 6,000 and change where can matriculate. Now, tell me now, in our country where you expect to compete globally, in a country where you have 3.7% unemployment and output per man is falling, a man I congratulate the minister and I say it's good work. In a situation like that where the principals of the tertiary institutions I say, yo, we have a big problem because we can't find people to matriculate. So who are going to be the next set of professionals? How we are going to compete internationally in a knowledge-based global environment?
Oh, yes.
This is the rubbish. How we are cut the trade deficit we can't produce goods that other people want to buy.
The man we are congratulate the minister this morning. He's looking at work.
Yeah, I know that, man.
As something him a look.
Yeah, man.
Him not have no interest in the betterment of the country.
Yeah, man. Journalistic prostitution. Garbage. Yeah,
1-876-804-7072. We're taking your calls. And we're calling on the labor rights to come challenge with numbers. Challenge with numbers that the economy is in a recession. Challenge with numbers that Andrew Wellness and Fieval Williams are the worst managers of Jamaica. Jamaica is deteriorating rapidly. Raleigh,
yeah, man, a crisis. Crisis.
Raleigh, the Caribbean, most of the Caribbean islands. You know which part of them chicken have come from, Raleigh? All Middle East, you know, brother.
Yeah, man.
I bought some chicken today. And on the box, you know what it say? Slaughtered under Islamic law.
Yeah, man. Jamaican exports to the Caribbean is falling. We know that. We get the data and the trade data. Yeah, man. We know that.
Crawford did not. I never see where Crawford congratulate the minister, Conrad. Crawford was the one who was saying that a lot of who was supposed to sit the exam did not sit the exam, and that when you look at the math pass, where they are saying it's about 40%, it's really about 20%. I have the press release from Damian. If you want, I could send it to you.
No, more except on the overall numbers. The man could have the right sense and congratulate the minister and the government for that. Because that's what that there's a crisis in education. There's a crisis in production. There's a crisis in productivity. Who are going to replace the professionals who retire and the professionals who migrate? How are we going to compete internationally in a technologically driven global environment? How are we going to reduce the trade deficit if we can't produce anything that anybody wants to buy? How we're going to reduce the trade deficit if we have to import the things that we need from other people because we don't have the labor force to deal with it? I'm joking them thing them.
How are we going to reduce the trade deficit when we can't feed ourselves?
That's the point I'm making.
We can't feed ourselves.
Yeah, we can't engage in scientific agriculture and all that. Come on, man. Cut the foolishness here, man.
Marlon Morgan was on Smile Jamaica this morning saying that all schools will be open in September, even though some might be on a staggered basis. Some people go to school today, some go tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the country have access to money. Where did we get these people from who are running the country?
That, and the point is now, I mean, you are in this crisis. What you are doing is exacerbating the crisis. Because it's a crisis in education, it's a crisis in the economy, it's a crisis in society. So come on, man, cut the foolishness. Congratulations for.
There's no congratulation in order for anybody in education right now.
Nobody. A crisis. We're supposed to hold our heads in shame where the principals of our tertiary institutions they say we have a situation where they can't find enough people to matriculate to those institutions. That never used to happen during the period of time that they were criticized. During that period of time, there was a flurry of people going into those institutions. Many of the people who make decisions now, including the ones that were ruled, are during that period them get educated.
Let me ask
from
you,
a tertiary standpoint.
Let me ask you, Raleigh. Have we recovered from COVID-19, from the COVID-19?
No, we haven't recovered from COVID. We haven't recovered from Melissa. The stock market is still trading. Today, 377,000, which is 123,000 points below COVID levels.
So,
we're talking about numbers. We're not talking motion.
Education has not recovered. The economy has not recovered.
Yes. Society has not recovered.
And then, me hear what Obi say. Obi.
Yeah, Colin.
Yeah, man.
Go on.
Me there.
Colin. The spokesman and education, Damian Crawford, congratulate the minister and the ministry.
On what?
On
what?
On the passes.
Well,
that's not what I saw.
Whether he want to congratulate them.
It is reported, and that's what he actually gave a slew of congratulations. He congratulated the students, he congratulated the minister, and by extension, the Ministry of Education, and he also congratulated the teachers. He has.
As to what, though? As to what? Context matters.
It doesn't matter. He congratulated them down the path.
No, context matters.
Darling, you need to read the script where you have. Don't tell me nonsense about the context matter in this case, man. Read the script where you have, Papa. Read it. Read it to your listeners and viewers.
I am looking for it right now because I have it. I have the press release from Damian Crawford.
Raleigh, you're not aware. You're not aware of that, Raleigh?
Well, you're not set here. I'm not set here, sir.
Ron, aren't you aware of that?
Hold on. Yeah, listen to me. Yeah, listen to my response.
I'm listening now.
Hello?
I'm listening. I didn't want to hear you.
Yeah, so I say to him, do that. Here I said to him now. Him saying he's an intellectual. So I tell him, say, go back and read J.B. Clark and James Clark from Columbia University about what we call diminishing marginal productivity. What it says is that if you have more people working and you're getting less output per man, it means that you have diminishing marginal productivity because of the lack of education and training and investment in research and development. Now, if we have a situation where 40 or 40,000 persons are supposed to take an examination to matriculate towards tertiary institution, you eliminate 10,000 before or 15,000 before, and then out of the 30,000 that took the thing, only between 18 and 20% can matriculate to our tertiary institutions, then that is a crisis. Yeah? So tell him, send me, sir, him to read them things if he really is an intellectual, because nonsense matter. Yeah? A cheap politics in my place.
I'm trying to find the press release, but Obi, did you hear Damian said that the 40% pass rate is not actually 40% because a number of the students who were supposed to sit the exam did not get the opportunity to sit the exam? Did you hear that?
I'm going to send you the clip in RGR Newscast. Here, I'll send it to you.
No, I just
I'll
asked
send
you
it
a
to you.
question. Did you hear Damian
No,
Crawford?
no, I am not talking about that.
I
Colin.
am just
That is of
asking
no
if you.
moment.
I am asking if you hear that or you
Colin,
didn't.
that is of no
Did?
moment.
Oh, you mean it's
I am
of no
saying to
moment? I am
it's
asking.
of no
I am.
moment.
Oh, you mean
I am
if I,
saying to
it
you
is
that
of
the man
moment?
offer abroad, the man offer congratulations
I never
to the
see
government.
that. I never hear that. I am saying to you what I heard. What I heard is Damian saying that the numbers are not to be celebrated because they are not real. The cohort of students who are supposed to sit the exam is not 30,000. That is what I heard. I can't. I know hear what you hear. I know see what you see. So only what you see is of moment.
We are
no, let me ask you
that.
something. It's only what you see is of moment right now. No,
what is that?
It's only what you see is of moment. What I see or hear is of no moment.
I am saying to you, it's as of no moment to the point that I'm raising.
And I am saying I did not see what you are talking about. I am telling you what I saw.
I am saying to you that you can separate and deal with that. And that's fine.
But I
that
can only speak to what I hear or what I see.
But I am bringing something to your attention.
And I am saying I did not see it.
And I'm saying, hold on. I am saying to you, no need to quarrel. I am simply saying to you, sir, that what you're saying that Damian has said, it is indeed correct. However, I am saying that Raleigh raised the argument about congratulation, and I'm saying that the shadow spokesperson and education offer congratulation to the minister and ministry extension.
And I'm saying in what context? I'm asking you that.
Yes, Christ. All right, Colin. Cool.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Bless up yourself.
Yeah, man. Raleigh, could you say, could it be then that Damian is saying that congratulations on the work that you have done over the year? You did put some people to sit and some people did pass. Yeah? But the context could be different. So that's why I was asking Obi, what was the context of those congratulations?
Yeah, but you're my point. Yeah? Master, from a national standpoint, Jamaica has a problem with productivity. Productivity is a ratio of input to output. You can't grow the economy without increasing productivity. And you can't increase productivity without a properly trained labor force and investments in research and development and new technologies. And if people can matriculate, the majority of people can matriculate to higher levels of education in order to deal with investments in research and development and new technologies, then you won't be able to compete in a world that is driven by research and development and new technologies. So it means that you won't be able to export. You're already in a situation where exports have been declining for almost 3 consecutive years. You're already in a situation where imports have been climbing. The only way you can reduce that trade deficit is by producing goods that add value that the people and the rest of the world want. And the only way you can reduce your import level is also by producing domestically what you are importing in a productive way. And you can't do that with a labor force that is not properly trained and people can matriculate to higher levels of education. So minister needs no congratulations. What we see is a crisis. Yeah?
There is a crisis.
Key politics.
So
politics, yeah.
I would love to know the context though, because what I heard from Damian Crawford was not any congratulation. But okay. I am not gonna say Obi never hear where him hear. Yeah. I heard Damian saying that the figures are not to be celebrated because when you look at the 40%, if you really put in all the children who should have sat the exam, our passes are about 20%.
Yeah, man, that can't be good.
Exactly.
The principals of our tertiary institutions have been complaining that they can't find a body for matriculating. Those are things that we know. So, Minister, all the congratulations can come in when you have people. We never have that problem during the period where they are considered.
Definitely
in that
didn't.
period, they have a multiplicity of people are going at them thing there.
All right.
Yep. We have overload. Yep.
Let's take a call. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Everybody like up the video for me now, please. We have over 1,300 devices on the channel right now. Give the video a thumbs up for me, please, and thanks. And if you have not yet subscribed to Portland Spice TV, please subscribe, like, and share. Go ahead, caller.
As me I said to you, sir, me not really in the people.
Hold on, caller. Hold on. Go ahead, Raleigh.
What I said, those things are grounded in fundamental economic theory. J.B. Clark's diminishing marginal productivity. That matter of economics I deal with. Not the cheap politics thing. Yep.
Go ahead, caller.
Okay. One of my concerns, you see, with the one of my concerns with the traffic law is I understand that there is a part in it where the drivers, like if you are not, you cannot drive somebody else's vehicle.
You can't drive somebody else's vehicle?
You will not be able to drive somebody else's vehicle.
Why so?
Am I hearing right?
I don't know. I never hear that.
Well, I hope not, because I'm saying.
Hold on. Because when they go insurance company, they still.
Hold on, caller. Hold on. Listen. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Whenever I hear that, because when they go insurance company to insure your car, they still ask you who is another designated driver. So
who else going to drive the vehicle?
Yeah, man.
And then some insurance says anybody who you get a vehicle to drive, once the person is over 23 and have a license for what, 3 years or 5 years, something like that?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I never hear that, caller.
Yep. I have to do the accurate information.
Because what?
Yeah.
Go ahead, caller.
Yes, what I'm saying, if this is really fucked, I don't understand what they're really doing. I mean, this is such a foolish. What if they don't stop to think? What if, for example, you are at home, or a father is at home, or some relatives at home sick.
What
the
caller?
son doesn't have a car.
Caller.
You're saying that you start on a false premise.
We don't think nothing goes so. Because as we say, if you go insure your vehicle, they ask you who else going to drive the vehicle, and you can put people on the insurance. You can also make the insurance open where anybody that you permit to drive the vehicle, once the person have a license for over 3 years, I don't remember if it's 3 or 5, and the person is over 23 years old, they are covered under your insurance.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the no, I'm talking about the new law that is coming.
So you are saying it is in, so, well, me not insure my vehicle yet for this year. So, but I don't think nothing can go so though. I don't think nothing can go so. So that means you can't rent a vehicle then?
No, after that.
I don't understand.
I would want to start a conversation.
I hope no go so.
Caller, check it out. We will check it. We'll check it, and if it's so, we'll talk about it. But no make we start them false premise there.
Yeah, man. Me just insure a vehicle about 2 weeks ago, and the insurance asked me what the next driver write the people and name and everything. So I don't know after.
My daughter have my vehicle I drive every day.
Yeah, man. I don't know after.
So
no, I'm not talking about what is happening now. The new law
what will come. Well, we will ask.
New track will come.
We will ask. We will definitely ask about it. Because I don't think nothing can go so.
So foolish. Because if my father is sick, I can't drive and I don't have I don't have a car. If my father is sick, you mean for tell me some me now go
caller, listen, that can't go so. Most man will drive taxi now who own the car.
Yeah, man.
So that can't go so. Here? Make no waste time on that. That can't be.
Well, I won't no go so.
That can't be. Somebody I tell you. Somebody I tell you rubbish.
Yeah.
All right, give thanks. 1-876-804-7072. This is the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Portland Spice TV.
So, Colin, again, you want to make the fundamental point. You cannot increase productivity if you don't have a properly trained labor and educated labor force who can use advanced technology and all of them stuff there.
Definitely.
You cannot contain inflation on a sustainable basis without having an educated, technologically driven labor force. So the education of the population is extremely important.
Critical.
And with these low levels of educated people, the country never reached nowhere. So there's nothing to congratulate for. This is a crisis.
I am looking. I know I have the press release from Damien. I read it and I never see no congratulation in it.
Yep.
So I'm still trying to find it. But let's go to our call. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, Sir Bell. Good evening to Sir Rastan. Good evening to you.
Yes, sir.
I am calling all the way from Linstead, brother. And I listen to this program with good frequency.
Thank you very much.
But Sir Bell, when I hear you call a gentleman, you're talking about coach. I hope he's not a coach for nothing. Coach meaning the coach of youngsters, whether it's in cricket, football, netball, or what. Because guess what? People really can't reason in a rational way, can't guide young people. So I hope I'm not a coach for nothing. See, and I'm dead serious. But I heard him trying to dispute facts. Because here it is, Mr. Hyman was there trying to tell the facts about what happened in our economy over the period. And him just did give one thing, him opinion. Opinion and facts don't match no time at all, never in life, nowhere in history. And I don't know that you probably need to waste much time talking to people like those who can't learn. Because they're not going to learn, you know. It's all right that he's a JP. I have no problem with that. But you can't be a JP and you're so dogmatic that you can't learn nothing and you don't want to learn nothing. All they want is to say, you're JP and JP are poor. The country can't continue like this, you know. And people like those who can't learn or want to learn, part of enough entertaining so long, man. People who are younger, who are not certain whether the JP was good, is good, the JP was good, is good. Yeah, we can spend some time and educate them. And I believe we'll get some more other people like those. No people who set that in mind and even try to fight facts with opinion. That's a thing they were, obviously. But I keep on doing it's a good show. I really love to listen to it.
Respect.
And I will continue to listen to it.
Thank you very much.
Simon, continue to educate.
Yes, sir. Blessings. Yeah.
You have been doing a wonderful job. I used to
Thank you, sir.
If one morning when I used to depend for 106, I didn't turn and hear like me being mash up. Trust me, it's true.
Yeah,
and it's just a pity that, you know, or owners of our radio station still don't see the importance of that program you had and the teaching that you're teaching Jamaican people. But probably yes, sir. It is probably deliberate in design. I don't know.
All right, brother. Respect. All right, Raleigh.
Yeah.
So I just find something. And what Damien was referring to is that the children who took CXC this year were the children who at the beginning of high school was affected by COVID-19.
Okay.
And they came through that period, which was one of the most difficult periods. And he was congratulating the students and the teachers of celebrated student and stakeholders who collective resilience brought this cohort to completion at this very important phase of their schooling. Context matters. Context matters. He was talking about these are the students that COVID-19 affected them at the beginning of their high school period. Yeah? So they couldn't go to school. Problem with devices. Problem with connectivity. The teachers stood by them. So that's where the congratulation came from.
man. Yeah, man.
Context matters.
Yep.
Sure, man. I could calm down sometime, man. Because we can't get away from it.
No.
Context does matters. And that's what I was saying to Obi. What was the reason for the congratulations?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's what we are talking about.
Yeah, man.
Now, Raleigh, as we wrap up this evening, we have a caller holding, I think. Did I? As we wrap up this evening, we have to continue to educate the Jamaican people on where we are heading. Because our drivers are driving this country to destruction.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of people in the bus and upon the truck. We now pay attention to where the trucker go. And all them there on the trucker say, go along driver, go on driver. Those who are saying 1 p.m. And that them a do. A man a give a reckless drive, drunk under power, a who overtake round corner, and in at the back I say, go on driver, go on driver. Well, me I say, let me have.
Which is what is happening in the driving community too. Yeah, man. It's true.
Hey, boy.
Well, good evening, Brother Colin. Good evening, Professor Raleigh.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
You know, Colin, whilst we're having the discussion, we need to zone in on something that's happening regarding the new proposed economic sanctions on Iran and also the proposed sanctions on, tariffs, war between Canada and the United States.
Yes.
And especially closer to home with Canada and the United States, we have to look at the fact that there's over $20 billion sanction tariff that is going to be imposed by Canada. And in fact, Canada has the potential of damaging the United States.
Yes. Yes. Continue, boy.
No, we, in terms of tourism, and you have been saying this for a long time, Professor Raleigh, that we need to get our people to become more productive and look at the productive sectors. The manufacturing sector, the micro, small, medium enterprises that could lead to the agro-processing manufacturing output. Now, how do you see how possibly we could maybe seize an opportunity out of this? Because there are some sectors that the Canadians are definitely hell-bent that they're not going to buy from the United States support. So what would you say?
Yeah, that's an opportunity and we need to scale. That's what I'm telling you. We need to scale up our manufacturing and become more technologically driven. But we have to have a labor force to back it. Right now, the majority of our labor force are the non-productive work, and that is why even as the unemployment rate declines, we have what we call diminishing marginal productivity. Each man who join the labor force are produce less because of the lack of investment in education and training and research and development. You have to produce high quality value-added goods if you have to get into those markets because those markets are very competitive. And that is why education and research and development are the keys right now. Because we operate in a technologically driven environment, people who are not educated can't use technology. Yep, so a whole lot of opportunities are missing us because of the lack of education and the weak productivity of our labor force. The trade deficit is a manifestation of the country's lack of competitiveness. 4-1. So it tells you how far behind we are. So those are immediate problems which must be fixed. No amount of talking or politicking can't get around them problems. Those are problems that we have to fix. Whichever party is in government, those are the problems that we have to fix. The trade deficit leads to more debt because you have to borrow to pay the bill. Yeah? It leads to more dependence on remittances, more dependence on tourism. Yeah? So remember, the trade deficit is about merchandise, physical goods. You can't make nothing what the world wants. Yeah? Yeah? You know, produce agricultural items and add value to them that the world wants. So those are the things that we have to concentrate on right now, immediately. Yeah? So the whole thing about investments in education, R&D, the trade deficit is a manifestation of a country's lack of competitiveness.
But Raleigh, I also see, and Colin, I also see that, and you know, every time we have a discussion, I am going to talk about oil and gas.
Oh yes, it's critical, head boy. It is critical.
You can predict that I'm going to talk about oil and gas. No.
Most of course, because the high cost of energy is one of the reasons that we are not productive, not competitive. So you have the cost of energy, you have the untrained labor force, you have the lack of investments in R&D, you have the bureaucracy. All those things are affecting productivity. And then now, lack of productivity leads to inflation. Then it forced the Bank of Jamaica now to compress aggregate demand in order to contain inflation. Those things don't make no sense. So we have to go back to basics.
Well, Raleigh and Colin, I think we need to, and from even a point of view of the opposition, to lead a greater charge on having a serious national goal. And in fact, to be honest, we know the opposition doesn't set policy, but we need to lead the charge to have at least a 2050 real, at least 50% of our energy capacity must be generated from renewables.
Yeah, man. But we've been calling for that, Ed boy. Even right here on this channel, we are saying that the government should invest $50 billion in solar energy. And that should also bring down. We have access. We don't know if the money is there, but we should have access to the money, right, Raleigh?
Yeah, man. Last week, the IDB was asking why is it that the money is not being drawn down into American Development Bank?
I'm watching the chat room, and I want to read 2 paragraphs from Damian press release before we close the show. Just maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs from the press release, just to show you the context of any congratulation from Damian to the people in the education system. But continue, boy. We'll do that at the end.
No, but just to say as I go, because you know, I know you have to continue. But as I go, we really have to look at also at our low wage, as Raleigh has been saying, low wage and low tech, because there also is an opportunity for the training in cyber security and the ICT or AI field that we are not.
Hey boy. That is critical. Cyber security.
Yeah, man.
And if the government don't invest in it, because you know, I keep telling you the other day that my big son is a data analyst and he's in the business. And I said to him the other day, why you don't go in a cyber security? And he was explaining to me the difficulty to get the experience. Because I'm saying you have to try break it before you can fix it, you know.
Yeah.
And it's 2 ways to learn it. You have to go school, spend the time, or you have to basically try to be a hacker before you can be top of the line in cybersecurity.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because you have to practice to jump over the. In fact, you put the walls to breach the wall. Right?
You have to breach the wall to be able to defend it. It's crazy. So the government have to invest in it.
Yeah, but Colin and Raleigh, remember they promised us about 4 STEM schools. They said China would have given them the donation. I want to ask, is this the same 1966 situation where we had when we couldn't find the rest of the schools and that were supposed to be built? Because this is something that we should be pushing instead of having an outside company coming in and leading our cybersecurity and breaching the COVID data and every other thing. Why not build a cadre from the country of young people who are trained in cybersecurity and all of the IT AI fields? And we could then we could also market the labor across the world. Jamaicans love to travel.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's become the engine of the cybersecurity and AI world in terms of how we train our young people. You have to look at what is coming. It's not going to change.
Head boy.
Data and AI. Yes, my brother.
Somebody in the chat room is saying, what happened to the lady that you were supposed to organize to come on the program to talk about Cooper's Pen?
About?
the lady from Cooper's Pen where they're supposed to organize for us.
In fact, you're correct. Thank you, Colin. Today we spoke to her on TikTok, but I need to arrange to get her on. My bad, but we spoke to her on TikTok. I'm going to reach out to her.
Yes.
And, we'll try and see if we can do it for weekend, at best by weekend.
Or we can do it tomorrow evening if possible.
Well, let me push for it and see,
All
But
right.
As you know, some people are afraid sometimes, but they will come up in a box on TikTok.
Well,
and
they can
talk,
come
but
on the
YouTube-
phone, them now have to show them face.
Absolutely. And make an arrangement for her to come on.
All right, brother. Raleigh,
All the best.
yeah, Raleigh, what is happening
Yeah.
with Canada and the US? There is a big problem there. Canada.
Yeah, well, there's a big problem because Donald always tried this carny and said that Canada must become a state of the US. And, that is very insulting. Yeah,
Yes.
and then they move on to the trade war now because they had imposed tariffs on Canada and Canada blocked some US goods. And then there was a discussion. And then on Saturday, they said that they never reached any agreement. So effective on Saturday, US would be slapping tariffs on 20 billion worth of Canadian goods. And then kind of responded in like manner and said that if you do that, we're going to do the same thing. Then Donald extended it and said, okay, on the 1st of January next year, we'll be slapping 50% tariff on automobiles and all of those things. But those things are going to affect America because most of the cars in Canada are made by American companies. Yeah, so the American consumer and the American worker, they are the ones who are going to be affected, and then that will spill over to the rest of the world because once inflation is accelerating in the US, then the Federal Reserve Board is going to raise interest rates, and that is going to spread right across the board because all central banks follow the Federal Reserve, including the Bank of Jamaica, because everybody is afraid that if the Fed is paying a higher rate than their central bank, people will move the capital flight, people will move their money to the US in order to take advantage of the higher rates. So all those things spill over to the rest of the global economy. Yep.
Problem in the world, Raleigh. Before we wrap up here, let me just read 2 paragraphs of the release I have from Damian Crawford. As we consider the performance of our students in the 2026 CSEC examination, it is important that we acknowledge and celebrate the students and stakeholders whose collective resilience brought this cohort to completion of this very important phase of their secondary school journey. Indeed, their educational experience have been far from ordinary. In grade 5 and 6, at one of their most critical stage of primary education, their schooling was disrupted by COVID-19 pandemic, school closure, and sudden transition to remote learning present significant academic, social, and psychological challenges, while many students simultaneously faced unequal access to device, connectivity, and suitable learning environment.
Right.
You understand? So that is what Damian was, if any congratulation came, was about getting out of that. Their transition into secondary education then coined with the difficult period of post-pandemic recovery and significant level of teacher migration. Schools were therefore being asked to address learning loss, while many simultaneously confronting staff challenges and disruption in community of teaching and learning.
Yeah.
In grade 10, they were called upon to prove their resilience again, as entered the critical CSEC preparation period. Hurricane Beryl struck Jamaica, bring disruption. So those were the challenges that they face. The congratulations were coming out of this. So context does matter. Anything you want to say finally, Raleigh?
Well, as I said, I mean, the world is in a crisis. We just got the report from ECLAP that growth this year will be down to 2.2%, and the 5-year average will be 2.3%. And the ECLAC, which is the Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean, they cover the entire Latin America and the Caribbean. So that will not be enough to make a dent on the living standards of the people in the region or to close the development gaps.
Yes.
So it means that we have to step up the pace, and Jamaica is one of the slowest growing economy in Latin America and the Caribbean when it was growing. Right now we are in a steep recession, so we are not growing, and the rest of Latin America and the Caribbean is going ahead of Jamaica. So you can just imagine what that forecast means for Jamaica if we do not step up our game. And means we have to invest more in our education, get the schools up and running. We have to invest in food security and agriculture. We have to invest in energy.
Yes.
Yeah. We have to have a national export strategy aimed at boosting and driving exports in order to reduce the trade deficit. We have to invest more in the creative industry because we are internationally competitive in those industries.
And we're not moving. But Raleigh, we are asked to
moving.
get better, to do better than we have ever done since this administration is in power. How that way happen?
Well,
when
I
there
don't
were
know.
no pandemic, we failed to grow by 2%.
Right.
Yeah? With the most fiscal space that any administration has ever had in this country. The government failed to grow the economy by any significant number.
Yeah, 0.8%. Yeah.
After COVID, after Hurricane Beryl, after Hurricane Melissa, after the war in the Middle East, that is bringing a global meltdown, and you can't cross it.
Well, it's very difficult.
Can't cross it.
We need some radical policy shifts in order to get across it.
I said this, Raleigh, and I said this without any fear of contradiction. The bus needs a new driver.
Yeah.
Little more, brother.
Yep.
Give thanks.
That's true. Yeah, man.
Give thanks.
Blessings. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Blessings. Yeah.
One love, my people. I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. Thanks to Ralston Iman for spending the time. Thanks to you for liking the video. If you have not liked it yet, like it right now. Thanks to all our subscribers, all Portland Spice ambassadors. Thanks to all the callers and all the people in the chat room. Big up on yourself. See you tomorrow evening right here again for another in the series of the Colin Bell Show. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. At Portland Spice TV, we want to be what you want to see. Thanks, my people. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening for the Colin Bell Show. Peace be with you, my people. Gangali Louis Culture, take us out.
Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV, Louis Culture say it once and we say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them and pop it off. But